Welcome back. Today, the Supreme Court is all set to pronounce its verdict on the petitions challenging Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code, which criminalizes homosexuality. The verdict is likely to be announced at 10:30 a.m. A five-judge constitutional bench headed by the Chief Justice of India, Dipak Misra, has reserved its verdict on July 17th after hearing various stakeholders for 4 days. The centre has left its wisdom to the top court to examine the constitutional validity of the provision. In 2009, the Delhi High Court decriminalized sex between consulting adults of the same gender. The judgment was overturned by the Supreme Court in 2013, following which the court began hearing fresh curative petitions against the order. Section 377 is 158-year-old colonial law, according to which gay sex is punishable by up to 10 years in prison.
One never expected the 2013 judgment, but somehow with the kind of the bench that we had, the kind of questions that were asked, and the fact that the privacy judgment, I think, will have an impact on tomorrow's judgment, makes me feel hopeful.
We do not feel invalidated by 377 anymore. So whatever the verdict may be, we are here, we are queer, and we will continue to exist. We will celebrate ourselves and our sexualities and our lives no matter what.
Pooja Shale, my colleague, now joins me for more on this story. Pooja, important day for the LGBT community in the country. There have been also questions raised about why the centre did not in fact stand firmly behind the community and oppose this entire petition.
Well, in fact, Ankit, the LGBTQ rights community has also found it very interesting that the government said they leave it to the wisdom of the top court with whatever decision will be taken. So in many ways, they are expecting, of course, a positive judgment today. However, the Supreme Court will likely be pronouncing the verdict on the constitutionality of Section 377 of the IPC. Now, it, of course, refers specifically with regard to homosexuality, even though 377 is more of a wider reference that has been mentioned in the Section 377 of IPC. Meanwhile, the five-judge bench, which has already finished the arguments, is going to primarily refer to the 2013 verdict as well. So we'll wait and watch if, like previously as well, they will leave it to the lawmakers, to the parliament, or will there be probably a landmark judgment in many ways? Nevertheless, the LGBTQ rights activists have kept all their eyes now on the Supreme Court. We're expecting senior activists from the NAS Foundation like Anjali Gopalan and others who will be present in the court. Remember, Ankit, about some very famous people and personalities have put forth petition in this Supreme Court over this case. So in many ways, literally the whole country would be keeping its eyes open. But of course, eventually, how do the religious conservative groups look at it? What will be their next step about it? That also remains to be seen.
Isn't it interesting, Pooja, that at least this is a debate where the religious completely conservative groups, the fundamentalists on both sides of the divide, be it Hindu or Muslim or even the Christians, find themselves together standing on one side. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details, Pooja. I'll come back to you at 10:30 when the verdict is, of course, announced. Now moving on to our other top story, the Supreme Court today is also set to decide the fate of the 5 activists arrested for alleged links with Maoist and Bhima Koregaon violence. Activists P. Varavara Rao, Sudha Bharadwaj, Gautam Navlakha, Arun Ferreira and Vernon Gonzalez are under house arrest since August 29th, a day after they were held by the Pune police in a multi-city raid across the country. The police has sought their remand, charging them under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, but the Supreme Court asked the police to keep them confined to their houses. On Wednesday, the Maharashtra police filed an affidavit in the top court seeking their custody for interrogation, stating the activists were not held for dissenting opinion against the government. The police claim the activists are active members of the banned CPI Maoist group, and if it has evidence of their involvement in the violence. The police argued to the court under house arrest, the activists can still ensure destruction of evidence and can alert other potential accused.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.